Good afternoon. Hello, my party people. How is everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. I won't get into all the ins and outs and nitty-gritty details of my week, but my week has been challenging. We have had some challenges this week, so I need some glitter therapy big time. So I'm going to continue working on shoe marathon stuff. Oh, I got some sun today. I'm pink. All right, so we're going to continue working on shoe marathon stuff. Let me get going. Okay. Really quick, and I'm going to work on shoe marathon stuff, and I'm also going to, I have a couple of not full side quests, but things that are not necessarily directly related to the shoe marathon that I am working on. So I just put up the cocktail party, the retro cocktail party kit at Craft Culture. So I want to make some of those shoes now that all those bits and bobs are available. And I'm about to put out, I mean, not just me, it's the team over there. I'm about to put out the Everything Bagel set. So if you've seen me do an Everything Bagel, you kind of know what that looks like. So I've got my sliced bagel here. I was fiddling a little bit with the rhinestones. I've got my Everything Bagel started. It has one coat of baklava on it. And I'm going to go ahead and do the sliced side. Even though that isn't going to show, I'm going to put fake cream cheese all over that. But glittering it all over helps. If I have a bald spot, it looks good. And also it's going to make the bagel stronger because it's foam, so it has a little bit of squish in it. So multiple coats of glue and glitter just kind of make it stronger. So that's what I'm gonna do. Coat of glue, coat of baklava, which is the really pretty gold. It's gonna be in the kit. All right. Just doing that real quick because I want to make sure I get the demo out, because the demo helps people kind of know what they're getting themselves into when they get the kit. And certainly what I want is people to know what they're getting themselves into. All right. Yeah, the glitter layer kind of firms it up a little bit. It's got a little squish in it, but I think once it's fully glittered, it's all good. So the kit is going to come with a sliced fake bagel, and you can put that on a shoe, on a grail, on a goblet, whatever you like. It comes with some craft foam and some glitter to make some fake locks. And I'll maybe show you guys what that process looks like. I'll probably make a full video, or at least a little short, quick video for the Craft Culture YouTube. I try to make a short video every time we do a kit, because some people just really learn visually. Some people, if they see me making it, that helps them feel like they know what they're doing. Okay. So I wanted to get a coat on my bagel. I wanted to get that going, but the next thing I want to do, and let me move my baklava. The next thing I want to do is, I've got these shoes that I've been working on that I lovingly call my security blankets. So she's all lettered. The silver on the pink is a little subtle, but I'm not too bothered by that. Subtle is not a problem. Oh dear. Oh dear. I accidentally snagged my trim a little bit. Let's see if we can fix it. And if not, whew. I snagged my trim a little bit, and rather than try to fix it, I'm just going to redo it. At least I would if I knew where my trim was. Did I put it away? I feel like I kept it handy. All right, well, I'm going to set that aside for now, because this is the one that I accidentally smudged a little bit. So I'm going to fix that. Or I would if I knew where my Y'all can maybe tell I sort of jumped in here a little unprepared. Sometimes we jump in a little unprepared because the glitter therapy calls me. I am going to put some rhinestones on these. All right. Just a plain kind of crystal rhinestone to go with the plain crystals that are in there. I want to do pink pearls, but I'm not totally, and I know I have some pink pearls, but I'm not totally sure where they are. So, you know, they be like that sometimes. Okay. And now, it's been a long week, y'all, so thank you for bearing with me. I'm going to do the soft pink, my pastel pink blend on top of the rosé colored glasses. So that she's continuous all the way around. This was a shoe where I did a coat of Especial, but like a pink Especial. Then I did rosé colored glasses. And now finally, I'm just finishing her up with this pastel pink blend that I made out of Miss May's and Pussyfoot and Pink. And if I put her over white, she would look really like cotton candy-ish, really candy pink, soft pink. Because I put her over rosé, she has kind of a dusty, like rose quartz vibe, which I do not object to at all. Okay. So this one has been done for a while. She just needs her little, and I realized I was rewatching. I realized I say button on it, and what I mean is not like, that comes from probably the years of me being like a musical theater kid. Like, you put a little button on it, you know? I don't literally mean that I'm going to take a plastic button and put it. I mean that for it to look finished, it needs something there. A little pearl, a little cabochon, a little rhinestone, just something like that. Just something that makes the raw edge where I've started the trim and finished the trim. I just put one little rhinestone, and that's just, you know, makes it look finished, makes it look clean. All right, so she is done. We can put her in a bag when we are ready to. And by ready to, I mean when we have the bags handy. Let me do both of them and then I'll bag these girls. I still don't know where my silver trim went, which is what I really want to finish everything up. I maybe put that away and, you know, I can fish it back out if so. But let me put the button on the other one. I know I'm a little bit loosey-goosey today. Like I said, it's been a week and I just need some glitter therapy. Whew, I can already feel it kicking in. Just me and some shoes and Fanny Bryce. We are doing so good. All right. One, two. Y'all just give me 1 sec while I check. What's your deal? Ugh, just looking for my trim, y'all. Bags for the finished girls. No, the ribbon's already over here. Ah, and here's the trim. Easy peasy. Ah, pretty pink posies. And she's gonna get some iridescent pink curling ribbon. Y'all know how I am about my curling ribbon. Whoa, you good, bud? You did it. I don't know what he did, but Maddie's yelling, I did it. So he did something. So he did something or beat something. I'm not much of a gamer, but you know, it's important to take an interest in the things that interest the people we love. Yes, 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 yes. Pretty girl, pretty silhouette, pretty flowers. Somebody is gonna love catching her and putting her on their shelf. That is the hope. That is the dream. I think that's why I love bagging them so much. That is the moment I get to kind of daydream about giving them away, which is such a nice thought, such a happy place. Isn't she just a pretty little gift? Beautiful, she's done. That puts us at 24. Let's put ourselves at 25. In the bag. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sweetie. Sweet Fanny Bryce is chilling. She seems to have learned that if she keeps jumping in front of the camera, I will keep moving her down. So she's chilling on the rug at my feet, which also coincidentally happens to be in front of the dehydrator. So I think there's probably a little warm kind of toastiness right there. So I think that's probably a very good spot, but I know that what she wants most of all is to jump in front of the camera and show off for her adoring fans, but cute, cute. Oh, finished shoes going into bags. Nothing better than that. I mean, plenty of things that are very, very good, and that is on the list of things that are very good and feel whew, like you're on top of things and you got a good head start. And I am. I'm on top of things and I've got a good head start. It's only July and I'm like not that far from halfway done. I am feeling so good. June had me a little bit nervous because I had a busy June, so I didn't get a ton of progress on my shoes in June. Look at my pretty girls. Warm, fuzzy security blanket. That's what we need sometimes. Whew. I did extremely simple shoes to make me kind of feel like I had a few more shoes done. And that is exactly what they did. Those security blankets really made me feel a little bit more secure. And if we are cruising through and replace these, I will certainly let y'all know. Oh, which reminds me, I have some shoes that I am probably gonna sell, but that's another conversation for another day. And we'll see. I need to decide if I'm gonna sell those. I'm only allowed to sell shoes to muses. And I don't really these days take a lot of requests. But I will occasionally help a soul sister out with a request here and there. And I'll do some for like auctions and donations and stuff, but I just don't really have the time for it like I used to. I used to make so many shoes every year. I would just be like, just rich with shoes. And now I have other things that I need to balance. I mean, I always had other things that I needed to balance, but I seemed to make a lot of time to make shoes. And, you know, so. But that means that the shoes that I do throw are even more precious. You know? Because it's very important to me. I don't really do any shoes that are, I can do some shoes that are a little simple. This design is pretty simple. But even the things that I do that are simple, I execute them cleanly. I am mindful with my shoes. Whether I do 10 or 100, I am very mindful with my shoes. And of course, my non-muse glitter brethren maybe aren't aware that we're only allowed to take 30 with us on the float, which is not a lot, but also, on the one hand, 30 shoes, that's like a shoe a block, and that's a shoe a block isn't that much, considering how many people are out there with good signs and cool outfits and great energy. You can't come even close to giving everyone a shoe you would like to give a shoe to. But 30 is not a lot to meet demand, but 30 is not trivial. Like, it takes a lot of getting into your craft room and getting the work done. And so that's, on the one hand, 30, you have to kind of, when you're out on the ride, it's tough to kind of, I wish that I could give everyone out there the shoe of their dreams. I would love that, but I cannot make that many. And if I cut corners and started making a ton, even if the crew allowed it, which of course the crew does not, which I respect, even if I cut corners and just like cranked out a ton of them, it wouldn't be as special. Okay. Part of what makes Muse's shoes so special is how precious they are. Every single one handmade with love. Every single one, you know, was somebody picked something up and transformed it. Somebody picked something up and metamorphosized it into something different. Human hands, you know? That's what makes it special. Okay. All right. 2 pink girls bagged. 2 pink girls almost done. I'm looking for my little... Did I finish my little squeezy girl? That's okay. I'll keep the pink ribbon handy-ish because when those are done, they can go in. But all right, what are we doing next? What's going to happen next? I did not get myself another 4-inch ball, so I cannot put... But I could paint her, or I could... I'm going to do the ball, I'm going to do the rainbow, and then I'm going to glitter the cup. So that's all good. She's reinforced. She's ready to get painted. So she's ready to get painted. And so all 3, these are all going to be snowballs, obviously. These 2 are pretty obviously snowballs, and this one still needs her foam ball, but I'm going to do the foam ball, put the crystal glitter, and then do the alcohol inks. These 2, I don't know what color I'm going to make these yet. I need to think a little bit. Maybe like blue for bubble gum, or like a green spearmint snowball would be really pretty. Oh, decisions. I could do like a cream bow, like like the Hanson's cream rainbow. That would be cute. I love half nectar, half ice cream. That's one of my most popular snowball orders. But those just need paint next, so that's kind of the next thing for those. Oh, you know what I'm going to do, guys? You know what I'm going to do? Let me show you. I bought a yellow sponge at Craft Culture. We sell these kind of big yellow sponges. So I bought this yellow sponge. I took a serrated kitchen knife and carefully, though not perfectly, cut it into 3 slices. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a slice of cake. So what I'm going to do here, do I have a Sharpie? Yes. Let me do a slightly gentler Sharpie. What I'm going to do here is kind of draw the shape of the cake slice. And what this is the shape of the shoe, but slightly bigger. So can you all see? there's like a little bit of a lip. All right. Let me just cut the Sharpie part off. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do now is cut the shoe part out. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing with the middle layer, and then the top layer is going to be just normal. So, look at this. Okay. The first Sharpie was too intense and the second was too subtle. Got a Goldilocks it. All right. And you can use other colors of sponge. So I typically use the yellow because to me it looks most like cake-ish. What's great about the sponge is because it has those kind of like holes in it. That really makes it look. So this is flat, so that's going to be the top. But yeah, the little holes in the sponge to me really look just like a baked cake with the little pockets of air that a cake gets. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3. I'm zipping through this pretty zippy, but you know, if you're trying it out, take your time. And like I said, we sell these big sponges at Craft Culture, and these are really great, but you can also kind of just buy sponges at, you know, the grocery store or whatever. All right, so now I've got basically 3 layers of cake, and now I just need to kind of spread them out. So I'm going to glue the first one to the bottom. And it definitely takes a little finesse. Definitely takes a little putting your hand in the glue, hot glue. Don't do that. Okay. Yeah, I'm putting some hot glue along the bottom. Hopefully y'all can kind of see what that entails. This is the only kind of tricky part. And I will probably cut it down substantially, but we start somewhere, you know. So I've got the first one kind of roughly in place. Let me give her a little extra anchor on the bottom, because I want her to stick real good. And I do want that to be pretty flush with the bottom of the shoe, I would say. I'm going to kind of gently cut the cake away there. All right, first layer in place. And I see that I got a text message, so I might have to stop and restart, but that's no problem. Boop-boo. Boop-a-doo. Second layer of cake. So far, so good. Just love making birthday cakes. I love the idea that somebody came out to Muse's on their birthday and got something special to keep forever and ever. And of course, because Mardi Gras moves around, for my folks who are unfamiliar with the Lenten calendar, Mardi Gras, of course, moves around. So it's a different time every year. So that means Muse's Thursday is a different date every year. So it's not like, oh, Muse's Thursday is always your birthday. Muse's Thursday would be your birthday one year, but not necessarily every other year. All right, so we're trimming this down a little bit, but still keeping the silhouette of the shoe. Looks good. Oh, I can't deny that's looking good. And then top girl. Let me see if I can slide this up a little bit. Ooh, I don't want to, because I centered it on the platform and not on the shoe, and it's going to look a little weird once it's frosted. And a little weird when it's frosted isn't like the end of the world, but we want to kind of try to have it look even-ish, because that's going to be more pleasing to the eye, if you will. Okay, that looks better. Oop. I see a spot here where the cake's a little thin, so I might just layer in a little bit of extra sponge. So I will have a little bit of a seam here between the cake, but when I glitter it, it'll camouflage it a lot. And you know, a real cake might have some imperfections, but I'm just kind of patching this in because this is where I kind of cut the pieces a little bit different. And when I fill it with frosting, you know, that'll also kind of camouflage some things. And if I had taken my time and cut the pieces a little bit more mindfully, but I was kind of slicing them and, you know, what happened, happened. It'd be like that. You never want to let the perfect be the enemy of the done. That's what I always say. Yeah, that looks good. That's going to look great. When it's glittered and frosted, it's going to be very nice. So I'm just making sure I get glue everywhere that I need that support. Okay, nice. Nice, nice, nice. And you, I want you leaning out just a little bit. So like I said, this part takes a little finesse. Nothing wrong with that. If we take the time to get it looking the way we want it before we start frosting and glittering, we're gonna be a little happier overall. All right, so this is the tricky bit. I do need to very carefully start cutting, but I don't want to cut too much too fast. And that's easy to do. Top slice of cake going on top of the shoe, not you. And I make sure I've got a good sized lip all the way around so that when I put my frosting, it's got someplace good to go. All right, I'm gonna trim a little bit. Takes some sculpting to get the layers to kind of look even. So it's kind of meant to look like a slice of cake, but it's the shape of the shoe. So that's the kind of tricky bit. You're not just cutting a wedge. You're cutting sort of, the shoe has a roundedness to it. So you want the cake to follow that. Whew. I haven't done one of these in a while. They are laborious, but as I'm sure y'all have gotten sick of hearing me say, everything worth doing takes work. You bring your energy to it. That's part of the gift. It takes skill and money and dedication and time and energy. You know, it takes those things to make these beautiful gifts for people. And that, I hope, comes across in every single shoe I make. Not like, oh, I hope it's really obvious how hard I worked on it, but I hope the people who catch shoes know how special that is. All right, we're looking good. So we've got 3 layers of cake now. It looks a little rough at the moment, but I will continue to, I don't like to cut too much at once because I do kind of think if I'm looking at it, it's very easy to like not see the forest for the trees on something like this. So I don't want to be like snip, 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 and like lose it. I do want to still have some of the cake there. All right, and these scraps, I could do stuff with these scraps. You could like, for example, you could like make a little slice of cake. So I will keep the kind of bigger scraps, the pieces that I cut out from the middle, I will keep those, but all the little slivers, I will not keep those. I try to use everything that I can use, but those I don't really have any use for. The other thing I do with sponge is I will cut like cubes, and when I do like a charcuterie board, that comes into play there sometimes. Oh, put a little extra. That will, I make myself a little cube and I glitter it orange or yellow, and then I put a little toothpick on it and it kind of looks like, you know, a little block of cheese. So I do that sometimes as well. But I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with those layers. We do need to put an ice cream scoop on top of her, and our other ice cream scoops are still in the works. So this was the 4-inch gal that I cut a little too aggressively. I kind of, you know, cut her a little too aggressively. No other way to put it but that. Instead of doing like a third, I cut like more than half. So now she's going to be reborn as a scoop of ice cream. And ice cream scoops, and anytime you do like a little scoop on your pie or whatever, they are hot glue hogs. Like you want to put a lot of hot glue in there to make everything feel sturdy. So I think we'll do a little bit more structural work, and then we'll do a little bit of paint. because that's probably the next like big thing, getting them painted. And then we're gonna need to make some choices about our glitter. Then we're gonna need to like actually like lock in, as the kids say. Oh, and actually I'm gonna stop here at 35 minutes. I'm gonna check and see what the text message, if it's a work thing. I'm gonna see if I'm needed there, and then I will be back to do another, you know, I'll be like session 43 part 1, session 43 part 2. So I am gonna be right back. I mean, it won't make a difference to y'all. Y'all aren't like watching them live, but I am gonna stop here for now on this, but not stop here today. So I'll be back. So far we built some kit. We did some, we bagged these 2 pretty girls. We put the last little bit of pink glitter on the other 2 security blankets. So our 4 security blankets are basically done once they dry. And then we built our cake and we worked on our scoop of ice cream. It does not look like much yet, but I will come back and we'll work on ice creams. All right, I'll be back.